when he lifts his hand to protect his face, what's protecting his groin? What's protecting his groin? Here, woo! Now, I didn't want to cut your face. I wanted to kick you in your nuts, and then I'm going to cut you across your neck. Guys, pay attention. Professor David here, got another video for you today, and I'm asking you a question. I've heard this dozens of times. People will always ask me. And I know if you guys are instructors, you heard it too. Should I carry a knife for self-defense? There are people out there that say, oh, I wouldn't carry a knife for self-defense because you carry a knife for self-defense, it's no good. All they're doing is reflecting on the fact that they're no good. Like anything else, if it's a gun or a knife, without training, don't carry it because you're not going to be effective, not to the maximum. You might use it to scare somebody, but if they push you, push comes to shove, and you don't know how to use that weapon might be turned around and used against you. Kenny, come on in here. Now, should I carry a knife for self-defense? I pull out my knife. Kenny's a bigger guy. So if I'm dealing with a guy that's bigger than me, or I'm dealing with one or two guys, if I don't have anything, he has no fear whatsoever in dealing with me. But if I pulled out an edged weapon, now he has to reevaluate. See? He may have thought to himself, I could whip this guy's ass. And I'm gonna whip his ass. But if I pull out a blade, do you still feel the same way?
No, not at all.
See? Now, you might not respect the fact that it's not a very big blade, but you got to think about it. Right? Now, you have to at least put the thought in your mind, how well does this guy know how to use that blade? I don't know. Right? Maybe you're hoping he does something that you practice so you know how to work, you could defend against. So maybe you're hoping that he does a strike like this, that you could block, or he does a strike like this that you could wrap, or you're hoping he does a strike like this, that's something you can deal with and redirect the arm and grab the body, and, something of that nature. You are well prepared for that in your mind. But the title of the video is, should I carry a knife for self-defense? Well, I'll tell you what, if you put some training in and you know a little bit, not a lot, because one thing I always said about the edge weapon, it's an automatic black belt. Believe me when I tell you, if you put, I want to say 6 weeks into training with an edge weapon, and you get into a situation and you get it out, then you got a problem on the other side. Because a guy who trained for 6 weeks and he understands how to move a knife and how a knife works, you see, because if he starts doing this kind of nonsense to you, then you have a problem. Because the only thing he's doing is waiting for you to put up a block so he could bounce to the next part. And he's waiting for you to react to this so he can move. We call that the faking dimension. You see, I wanted to create the motion. Once I got the motion, then the motion is there. He can't stop the motion. Now from there, I come around and I start to work. You see? So it don't matter. It don't matter how enthusiastic you are, how much you believe. You see, you really could believe in your technique. Mm-hmm. But if a guy understands motion causes motion and not swing causes motion, like if I did this, you got a motion, mm-hmm. right? You have to, right? Regardless to if I'm good or not, right. You got a motion because it's an edge weapon. But when you do this, then I'm going to motion like this. So all I need you to do is motion. I don't need you to actually be effective, like for me to grab it or hold it. I need the motion. Do you understand what the motion is? Because you see, a lot of martial artists have no respect for motion causes motion. So I'm not a very good knife guy. But what I was taught was when he blocks here, and you see that hand, and you see that hand going to block here, and you see that, then don't go there. Make him make believe that you're going there, and then you go here. You see? Because you have to respect the motion. Now, if I say to you verbally, I'll cut your face. I'll cut your face. Now, are you not going to take me serious if I said I cut your face?
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
So you're anticipating any movement I do towards your face.
Right.
And you're going to try to block your face. Okay? But I say that in order to get you to react, because you cannot not take me serious and leave your face wide open to get scarred. So you're going to block your face. Right? I'll cut your face. And say, I showed it to you. I'll cut your face. Now, when he lifts his hand to protect his face, what's protecting his groin? What's protecting his groin? Here, woo! Now, I didn't want to cut your face. I wanted to kick you in your nuts, and then I'm going to cut you across your neck. You see? So don't think that you're prepared for a guy with a knife. Because I want to show you something again. Pay attention. I'll cut your face. You see? I told him I'll cut his face. I put the knife in his face, and I said to him, I'll cut your face. Now he's thinking, oh, this dude's going to cut my face. But understand, I showed him one thing, and when I come at him, because I know he's going to block his face, I don't want his face. Now his arm is useless. You see, because I showed him forward grip, and when I came back, I put it in reverse grip. So now when I came toward his face, he's thinking he may get this. But what he's getting is a hammer fist, this. So he could go up and try to block it. The hammer fist is the hardest strike you have, so the hammer fist is going to pull that down. Now it's my choice to either hit him in the face or rake him right across the bent arm, and now that renders his arm useless. Guys, it's called respect, and it's called understanding. Every single thing that you need to understand about an edge weapon. If you don't practice edge weapons, trust me, if you do one or two techniques on the defensive side and you don't practice edge weapons, I'm telling you, you are not prepared to deal with a guy who carries edge weapons. You're really not. Because, you see, not only can they do unorthodox stuff to you, right? Now, if a person is doing this, so now you practice what? Self-defense, right? Is that what you practice? So self-defense, and this is what all you knife guys don't get. I want to grab the arm, I want to lock it up, I want to do wrestling. I said it before and I say it again. You practice what?
Self-defense.
So you practice self-defense. So in other words, because you practice self-defense, see, I practice self-offense. I train people in self-offense. You practice self-defense. So you're going to wait for me to do something so you can defend yourself, right? So now you're waiting for me to do this so you can defend yourself, right? But guess what? I am also waiting for him to do this. See, he's not the only one waiting. He's waiting for me to make a motion and do that so he can do his self-defense, block or technique or whatever. And I'm waiting for him to do this because now his face is wide open. And this is called a greater pain. So you see, he thinks the knife is going to cause him the great pain.
Right.
But when I do this and this, the thumb to your eye causes you a greater pain than this knife ever did. And then I'm going to use the knife to take advantage of you in ways that you never imagined. So guys, should you carry a knife to defend yourself? Yeah, you should. If and only if you cannot carry a gun. If you can't carry a gun, if you ain't licensed to carry a firearm, then carry an edge weapon and practice with it a lot. You don't need to practice for 10 years. You see, this is not the martial arts thing. There's no white belt, yellow belt, green belt, orange belt, brown belt with this. I know guys who never had a belt. And I know those guys who never had any kind of a belt could shut down 90% of the people I know with stripes on their belt and all kind of black belts. Trust me, never stepped a foot in a dojo. But they understand this. And they train the right way with this. This is an automatic black belt. See? You train for 8 years to get a black belt. I trained for 6 weeks. And trust me, my skills probably going to outweigh yours. Because you see, you're dealing with an emotional thing here. There's no way for you not to be emotional when someone's doing this. You're going to just watch this motion. I'm moving crazy like a guy in the street with no training. You're going to watch a guy do this with no training, coming down here like this, and you're going to tell me that you're not going to have no emotion?
Not going to happen.
Now, if you're going to be emotional against a guy with no training, what do you do when you find out that the guy has training? And you'll find out real fast. What are you going to do? So guys, ladies, here it goes. We're living in today's street. Whatever's legal for you to carry. Mace, carry it. Razor, box cutter, carry it. Edge weapon, carry it. But make sure you got to have training with it. And what goes along with all of this, you see, even the guys who train, there's a lot of guys who train with edge weapons. But they understand one thing. When you use it, now you got to pay the penalty for using it. Okay? You got to be 100% in the right. And even if you are 100% in the right, it's still going to cost you with a good lawyer. So the reality is, if you don't need to do it, don't do it. Don't use it. You better think before you use it. Okay? And you can use it for intimidation by just, hey, stay away from me. Stay away from me. I'm warning you, stay back. Never be the aggressor. Because always remember one thing when you're using an edge weapon and defending against an edge weapon. Who wants who?
Guys, we need comments right now on this one, guys. Let us know. What do you think about this one, guys? Drop your comments right now. We love it. All your comments, we're gonna be hitting you back, letting you know what we thought about your comments, guys. As always, hit that subscribe button, guys. Some of you go on our channel, you like our content, but you still have not subscribed to our channel. Why is that? Come on, you know you like the content. You know it's the best stuff you've ever seen in the area of street self-defense, reality-based. Come on, do the right thing. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Make sure you share this video with as many people as you know. And we will see you in the next one, guys. Thank you very much. Peace out.